are on our way to Tron. We can actually get a second boarding group. That was absolutely delightful. Ah! Did you do that on purpose? No. Yes, you did.
Guys, look at it.
Good morning from the Magic Kingdom. We have come here for the early entry for resort guests. It is just before 8:30, so I imagine they're just about to open up now. I think we head to space. It's a bit of a tradition. We'll go to space. We did manage to snag a Tron virtual queue this morning. So yeah, the Tron virtual queue process has been very easy. And actually today they have extended evening hours at Magic Kingdom, and I'm pretty sure, although I haven't tested it, I'm pretty sure that we can actually get a second boarding group today for the evening. I didn't realize that was the case. I knew if you had access to the extended evening hours, you could use the 6 p.m. virtual line sign up, but I didn't realize you could do that in addition to having one during the day. So we'll see if that works later. So they've actually moved the area that you go to get verified in for the early morning hours. It used to be on the side over here, but now it's actually directly facing on to the entrance to Tomorrowland. So just bear that in mind. And we are in. That was really quick. Looks like it's going to be a lovely day today. I think today was the day that showed sunshine right the way up till late afternoon. So should have some nice blue skies for the day, which will be cool. We had a bit of a cloudy afternoon yesterday. The weather's been good though this trip. It's not been super humid. It's been warm, like, yeah, but I guess versus, I always find September can be really humid. So yeah, really enjoying the May weather. This is our second time coming in May, and yeah, we really like it. I really like this time of year. I feel like May and September are good staples for us. And then also I love the period between like October and November, because you get Halloween and Christmas. Yay! Thank you so much. Hey John! Thank you, John! Okay, so John was a great cast member. We'll pay him a little cast member compliment. I don't know like what really happens off the back of the cast member compliments, but I always do them when I have a good interaction. I think it's just a nice thing to do, and like there really are cast members that will just make your day. We've had days where like, I don't know, just things are going a bit wrong and we're just not in the best mood, and then a cast member will just completely turn it around. So Space Mountain is saying 10 minutes. It's obviously out the door, but I think they only let people in. What are you doing? Oh, so it looks like Tron hasn't actually started boarding yet. I did notice, Rachel, that happened yesterday. It started like 15 minutes late or something, and then it started boarding. But yeah, it looks like they haven't actually opened Tron just yet, which is cool. I'm sure they'll get it up and running soon. It is the early, like, what do they call it? Early morning magic. So I don't know if they, you know, they really only have to get that started by 9, because you can get like boarding group 1 if you're not in these early morning hours. So I guess if they get started, it just gives them a bit of a head start. But yeah, so this line is showing 10 minutes now. Obviously it doesn't look like 10 minutes when it's out the door like this, but I'm pretty sure they only just started filtering the line in. So don't be like too shocked if you're coming to Space Mountain in the morning and you see that it's out the door and maybe even up the pathway. I'll do a time check. It is now just 8:38. We've been in line no more than 2 minutes. I was just talking there about like the cast members and how they can make your day. Do you remember that time, Rachel? I don't know what happened, like were we just waiting for a bus for ages or something? Or no, a bus like drove off on us or something like that. Like I think we were in Animal Kingdom Lodge, and like we were literally coming to the front of the bus and it just like shut doors and drove off. And like, yeah, just shook his head, like, you know, we were literally like walking up to the bus, and normally they'll wait, you know, and we were like, oh yeah, like we're getting on this bus. He was just like, no, and just closed the doors and drove off. And we were like, okay. And we weren't even like running or anything. We were kind of just like, yeah, like, because you know, they normally don't like you to run or anything, but we made it clear that we wanted to get on. This guy was just like, no, I don't know, he's having a bad day or whatever. So then we waited ages for the next bus, and so we were just a bit like, ugh. And then we got on, and there was a cast member on the bus who wasn't driving the bus. But he was just like so much fun. I can't even remember what he was doing, but he was just great crack. He was telling jokes. the bus driver was telling jokes, and then we had another guy that was on the bus that was just like being silly and like giving people cards and stuff. And then it just like made our whole morning. So yeah, it's little things like that. I love to just do the cast member compliment. I don't know if it really does anything, but if it does, you know, it's good to just sort of thank those cast members. Oh my gosh, I've got a sweaty upper lip, gross. Oh, I love this ride so much. They've actually banned any sort of filming on this ride. I think they need to do that on a lot more rides. I really don't film on mini rides at all, unless I can get like a little clip without, you know, disturbing anybody around me. But that's very, very rare. I honestly just want to enjoy the ride myself. But there is so much filming on rides these days. Like we were on, I think it was Navi River Journey the other day, and every single person in the row in front of us was filming the ride. And it's a dark ride, and like one guy at one stage, his flash went off. Like, I just think they need to kill that off completely. I feel like people have different opinions about this. I do think it's good to have, you know, a proper POV of a ride, because I know some people use those for different reasons, whether it's to see if like their kids want to ride, if it's scary, or if, you know, just as an adult there's certain rides that you don't enjoy or that you might find a bit too intense. It's helpful to see a full POV, but I don't know why Disney just doesn't do those, upload those for us. I guess, you know, they want people to come and experience the rides, but me personally, I would never watch a POV before I ride something because I don't like spoilers. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I feel like this is always a controversial thing, but I just think there should be no filming on any rides ever. I think that's just an easier rule to follow. I know in Japan they changed the rules on vlogging, where they said basically like you can't video if it's going to interfere with someone else's experience or something along those lines. I feel like that was kind of the approach they took, which I think is really good. I just don't think, it's just a different culture there, and I feel like that rule probably works very well. I just don't know whether that would work here or in Paris or California. But yeah, let me know in the comments. All right, so total wait time was 13 minutes. The park has just now opened for all guests, but we are on our way to Tron for our virtual queue ride. I am so excited. Bless you. I'm so excited. We were just saying if we can manage to get the 6 p.m. virtual queue for later, we'll get to ride it at night, which will be pretty cool. Oh, I'm so excited. One thing that I do think is good about these new rides having a virtual queue line is that you don't actually get to ride them very much, which sounds bad, but what it does do is keep the excitement about the ride for your next trip, like whenever you do get to come back. That's how I feel about Guardians. Like, I haven't worn Guardians out yet because I haven't got to ride it that many times. I've only been able to ride it once when I go to the park, maybe twice if I got a lightning lane. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, this is such a good ride. Here we go. I often get asked like about how intense a roller coaster is. I don't think this is that intense. This is below Everest, below Guardians. It obviously has a launch feature that you see from the outside, but I think that's probably the most intense part. So just if you're not sure about it, and you know, maybe you didn't like Guardians, but you don't like Everest, this is definitely below it for me. So it is currently 9:04. The boarding groups 1 to 18, so they did start boarding before 9. Now don't worry if you don't have the early entry, like if you're not a resort guest and you're maybe group 1 or 2, don't worry, they give you a bit of an extended period for that first group because they know obviously that you can't actually start riding till 9. When it happened to us, we had till 9:45, so even though it opened at 8:30, we had an extra like 15 minutes, I guess, added to our slot.
Users, prepare to be digitized into the world of Tron.
So it is lovely and quiet in the morning, so that's a great shout. If you are in one of the earlier groups, come early. When we came a bit later, there was a decent wait. All right, everything else is in the locker. You can actually bring your phone on, just I don't know if you want to get a picture or a little video clip like I'm doing now, and then you can put it in the front of the car or the bike. Just don't forget it. It's very easy to forget it when you're super excited about the ride. Thank you. All right, so we are actually going to wait for the front row because, as you can see, it is super quiet in here right now. So we've only got 2 rides by the looks of it to wait. The front row is really good. I do recommend trying it at some point if you can. Definitely worth it. But honestly, the rest of the rows are great as well. And there are some things that you might not see if you're in the front row, just because there are things that happen, and you know, you want to kind of experience both the front and then maybe back towards a later seat in the ride. We are gonna go on the People Mover next. I honestly don't know who I thought I was today wearing my hair down. I am not able for having my hair down. I just like, I get too hot. I am more likely to be seen walking around looking like a thumb in the Magic Kingdom. Walking around with my hair down or my hair styled or anything like that. I don't know how people do it. I just get too hot and gross. And I don't have a coffin with me, so I don't even have a way of putting my hair up. So that was a very bad decision on my part today. We have been temporarily delayed. What'd you say?
That is not 10 minutes.
No, yeah, we were going to go on Buzz because it was showing 10.
Sit down the people where. For the safety, please remain seated at all times. Keep your hands off the side. Construction will start up immediately. Bumping may occur.
Bumping may occur? Like bumping each other?
I don't think so.
Bumper cars. Yeah, we were going to go on Buzz because it was only showing 10, but the queue was hugely outside. And now I think it's showing a lot higher. I can't really read it from here. Is it showing 60? I'm not sure, but it's really hot today, so yeah, we didn't really want to be out in the sun for so long. So we'll save that for the after hours later. But yeah, I think the 10 minutes was a bit of a lie because it is wrapped around
For
the
your
building.
safety.
Also, Rachel came to the rescue with a bobbin, so the hair will be going up very soon. We have just come now to use our individual lightning lane on the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It was $10 today. Genie Plus was $18 today, and Tron was $20. So we didn't purchase Tron or Genie Plus, just Seven Dwarfs for today, because I feel like in the evening, when we have the extended evening hours, we'll get to do most of the rides that we don't get to do right now. We actually have plans today to go to Disney Springs and try and get into Chef Art's Homecoming. We really want to try there. We've never been, but it was impossible to book. Like, I literally couldn't find a single day I could book it on this trip. It's very dark. So we're just going to go for a round when it opens and see if we can get in, because Rachel really wants to try the biscuits. Rachel fell in love with biscuits on our trip in November. And let's just say she's been a little bit obsessed. She's been wanting me to drive all the way out to Bojangles to take her for some biscuits. So we're going to see if Homecoming's any good. Oh, look who it is. We are actually going to head out towards the exit and head over to Disney Springs for a bit. Like I said, our evening's going to be back here at the Magic Kingdom. But we got to see if we can get Rachel some biscuits. I keep seeing a lot of the, I guess, regular Disney news accounts posting that the parks are empty, where are all the crowds, blah, blah, blah. This doesn't feel any different for me from my last couple of trips. I mean, maybe a little bit less busy, but not majorly different. Like, it's still quite busy in the park, still feels busy. And there probably are pockets of time, I imagine, during the day where maybe the wait times are a good bit lower than they have been. But certainly in the mornings, where like a lot of people, you know, are coming in the morning to try and get a lot done, it kind of feels the same. Like I say, maybe a little bit less busy, and I feel like a lot, you know, everything really seems to be working and like up and function, which is helpful. But yeah, I don't know, I haven't really noticed a difference. Have you noticed any difference? It kind of feels the same. Yeah, kind of feels the same.
Hey, what's Captain Hook's favorite crayon line? What? It's not you, it's me.
right, we're heading over towards the buses. So I think our options are, well, I mean, theoretically we can go anywhere, but ideally we want to go closer to Disney Springs. So I'd say Old Key West, Saratoga, French Quarter would be the top picks. So hopefully we find one of those. And then that gives us the option of a boat ride as well, which, you know, I always like a little boat ride. I would ideally like Old Key West because it's just one of my favorite resorts, and then I also really like the gift shop there, so we could stop into the gift shop and have a little look. So Old Key West is 13. Can you see French Quarter? 18. Saratoga 17. Yeah, it looks like they're all on the same blocks. That's really handy. All right, so our top choice came in, Old Key West, the first one to arrive of the three, so it worked out perfect. You can see the Disney Springs balloon off in the distance. So it looks like a boat is just about to leave, which is kind of perfect because we wanted to pop into the gift shop. So hopefully we'll go into the gift shop, come out, and there will be a boat for us to Disney Springs. We did check the bus board and it looks like they're not running buses right now, or else the bus is just so far away that they're not showing it. So I think boat is probably our only option. The screen just said to use watercraft at the bus stop, so but that's fine. I prefer the boat anyway. It's kind of like getting an extra ride in for the day. Oh, I just love this resort. It makes me so happy to be here. Honestly, I feel like as much as we love Animal Kingdom Lodge, this actually feels more like our home resort. It was supposed to be our home resort, but that's a story for another day. If you've seen my DVC videos, you'll probably already know that story. Rachel, we're home. I know this isn't our home, but it feels like our home.
This is where my robe is from, so
My robe actually says Old Key West, so yeah. Oh, it's so nice. It's such a beautiful day. It's in my bag. Okay. Don't, I gave myself the same panic. Well, last time I was here, I left my backpack, my passport, and everything here. I think it was my last day. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was like flying that day. Not a great time to lose your passport. Oh no, I was checking out of here and going back to Natasha's for my last couple of days, I think. And yeah, just was chilling here with an ice cream, and then I left my backpack on a bench, got a boat all the way to Disney Springs, got a boat all the way back. My backpack was still sat there, so it worked out all right in the end. Do you feel like if there's ever a place to leave your stuff and have a chance of getting it back, it's at Disney? These people are usually quite good. Obviously not recommending it. Anyway, let's go check out the store. We always find Vacation Club members stuff here that you just haven't seen anywhere else. So you can see that t-shirt, I haven't seen that. These trousers are nice as well. They're super light too. They are $44.99. And they've also got this kind of polo shirt here, blue t-shirt. Oh, I like the key ring. I have actually been looking for a key ring. Just a lot of them are kind of like big and heavy. I want something just a little bit smaller, I think. Yeah, but this is, I guess, a luggage tag. That's quite nice. I like that one. I love all the Tommy Bahamas stuff. Oh, they have the same kind of shirt we've been admiring over in the Poly. But yeah, it's a shame they don't have something like this. Like, we didn't see this in the Poly or in the Grand Floridian. We've seen something like it in Riviera, but that's about it. And it's such a beautiful top. I love this water tumbler thing as well. Oh, the hat is nice. The hat's really nice. I like that it just says the resort, $30. Like sometimes, like I like this design with just the resort and the little icon as opposed to just the Disney Vacation Club member stuff. All right, the boat is just pulling up. We actually went and checked. There is a bus due in about 2 minutes, but you can see the boat is pulling up, and we definitely prefer the boat. And there is actually the Disney Springs bus just going past. That will just go down Murphy's Road and then come back to reception. I don't know where I got Murphy's from. It is Miller's Road that it goes down. actually forgot that the Old Key West boat now drops you off pretty much right over the very far end of Disney Springs. Yeah, so it's actually by where you would get your Uber or your Lyft, and you come out just at the Christmas stores. So we have a little bit of a walk to get over to Homecoming. Not too bad. Definitely the bus would have been the quicker option, but it was a nice boat ride. It's such a beautiful day. Still got those lovely Florida blue skies. And it seems pretty chill here. It's not super crazy yet. I like coming to Disney Springs relatively early. Makes for a much nicer shopping experience. So like I said, we're gonna head over to Homecoming. It opened about 20 minutes ago, so hopefully they'll let us go in. I think there might be some bar seating, so maybe we'll be able to get that. There's definitely no reservations, so I double checked. I've checked a few times this morning, but nothing popped up. So yeah, just gonna go and see if they can seat us. All right, so we got ourselves some bar seats. They are first come, first served, and there are plenty of bar seats available. She did take our name at the front if we wanted to have a table inside or out, and it looked like there wasn't going to be much of a wait either. So yeah, if you can't get a reservation, maybe just come early like we have done, and yeah, you can see it's very easy to just walk up and get a bar seat. All right, so let's take a look at this menu now. I know what Rachel's here for. It is the thigh-high chicken biscuits. They sound really, really good. I'm also intrigued by the fried chicken and donuts. It comes with an Everglazed handcrafted glazed donut and creamy mashed potatoes. We could share. Yeah. All right, so I think what we're gonna do is share. We're gonna get the starter of the thigh-high chicken biscuits and then the main of the fried chicken and donuts, and just share it between the two of us. The food has arrived and it looks insane. I didn't realize that it would literally be chicken and donuts. I thought they'd be kind of like a sandwich, but actually this is going to be much easier to eat. And then we've got some mashed potato on the side, and then here are the thigh-high chicken sliders. They are chicken biscuits. They look great. Those biscuits look so crumbly. Oh, I'm so excited to try all of this. And actually the way it comes out is really easy to share too, as you can see. They offered us a selection of sauces. We went with the gravy, which is served hot, the honey mustard, and then also their homemade hot sauce. So I think this is the Moonshine Flight. We were tempted to get this, but yeah, we just don't really fancy alcohol just this early. I think we're gonna go to Trader Sam's later, but if I was gonna get anything, I would definitely get the flight. It looks amazing. That was absolutely delightful. I loved it, loved every part of it. Rachel loved it too. We're so full as well. It's cool because you kind of have your dessert then too, because you have the donuts at the end, and the donuts are really nice. I love the sliders. The sauce on the sliders was great. I think I slightly preferred the chicken that came with the donuts, but both pieces of chicken were amazing. Really crispy batter on them as well, and the sauces were good. One, I'd say, downside was maybe the mashed potato could have been just a little bit hotter. But everything else was great. I'd say like a good solid 9 out of 10 there. Definitely want to go back. Gonna bring my parents there when they come back, because I think they'd really like it. And it actually wasn't that expensive as well, because we went with a starter and a main. It was $48 before tip. That was a 10% discount for annual pass or DVC. So yeah, that's really good. That's gonna be one that we definitely return to. They have this really nice Oswald collection. I haven't seen this anywhere else. The shirt is cool with the ears, and they've got this sort of, what, like a baseball jersey kind of thing. T-shirt. This like sweatshirt as well. It's all pretty cool. Oh, look at the back of the polo shirt. That's nice as well. Rachel and I were just saying, I feel like the store used to be laid out a lot better, like with specific sections for things. Like you do see signs on the walls, like I've seen ears over there, but then stuff is just kind of everywhere. So it's really hard to find stuff. So like there's that Oswald collection, but then there it is over there as well on that back wall. And then there's like Starbucks cups in random places, and yeah, it's just really hard to find a specific thing if that's what you've come here for. They definitely do keep like some of the collections together, which is helpful, I guess, if you're looking for a specific collection. Ah, look at the Oswald pillow. That is cute. They have some more stuff here as well. This kind of ornament thing, and then there's this huge mug. Oh, that's the ornament out. That is cool. And it's sort of like a Spirit jersey style top here. They've got a jumper as well. So yeah, they've really got a big collection. Oh, there's a lamp. That's cool. I like that. It is a good bit later on. We watched the end of Firefly Lane and cried my eyes out. But we're walking over to the main lobby now. Natasha's actually coming to meet us, and we're gonna try and go to Trader Sam's for a drink, and then we might get a little bit of food, and then we're gonna head over to the Magic Kingdom so that we can do our extended evening hours. It's actually still quite early. It's only like 5:15, so we've got a good bit of time before we do that. But yeah, we fancy just going for a nice cocktail. I haven't been to Trader Sam's in ages, but yeah, I always really enjoy it. It's a good bit of fun, and they always have some really good cocktails too. It is roasting, so I was wondering why we were so hot earlier. It's actually the hottest day since we've been here. It was like 34 degrees. It's still about that. It's about 32, 33. So yeah, hence why we were really, really hot earlier. It makes sense now after I checked the weather. But yeah, it's actually beautiful though. It's not super humid. It is hot, but it's not humid, which is nice. But yeah, I'll be happy to be chilling in some aircon for a while. I don't think I could cope with being around the parks when it's this hot. It feels hotter than this morning and then when we were at Disney Springs as well. It's really hot right now. I do find that sometimes in Florida, like it gets hotter around the 3-4 o'clock mark. It was so funny because we walked out into the open from our little corridor and we were like, oh my gosh. And then we got down one of the stairs and like the guy behind us that came out, we heard them come out like about 10 seconds after us and they were like, oh my God. So I'm like, whoa, it is hot. So yeah, it really just hit you. All right, so we got ourselves a beer flight. We're actually in the Tambu Lounge right now. We're on the wait list for Trader Sam's. But they were missing, I think, one of the ales. So we've got 2 lagers and an IPA, is that right? I think, yeah, it's all Kona beer, right? So yeah, we like the Kona beer. So interestingly, it comes on the Kona Cafe surfboard, but we are in the Tambu Lounge. Swim, Rachel, swim! Alright, so after our experience at Trader Sam's, we've come to Pineapple Lanai. We are going to get the Moana float, which has mochi in it. It looks amazing. I'm actually sharing one with Rachel, but it looks so good. It is now about 9:30 and we are just heading to get the monorail. We're at the TTC and we're heading in for our evening extended hours. I meant to say we got Tron, yay! So we'll get to go on Tron at night, which I'm so excited for. We've made it to the Magic Kingdom, but look at the crowds. Now, the fireworks did end like 20 minutes ago. But yeah, that is a crazy line for monorails. We are hopefully going to be able to just get around this, and then yeah, it looks like the entrance should hopefully be all right, nice and quiet. Our boarding group for Tron has now opened. It is 9:45. The extended hours start at 10 and at 12, but our boarding group actually opened at 22. So it opened 20 minutes before we moved into the extended hours. So we're gonna go on that now, because then when we get off, it will be into the extended hours and hopefully there'll be some lower wait times. Now, just to clarify, we signed up this morning at 7 a.m. for the virtual queue and we were able to ride Tron. The extended evening hours gave us a slot at 6 p.m. to sign up again. Didn't matter that we've been there already that day and already done a virtual queue. Wouldn't have mattered if we were in a different park altogether, had a different park pass, or didn't come to any park. So just so you know, this is like a bonus sign up for all resort guests at Disney Deluxe Resorts. Hope that makes sense. And we got in at 6, and like I said, we're getting to ride now 20 minutes before we've moved into those extended hours. I do think the extended hours work so much better when the fireworks are not on at the time the park closes. So an example, so Magic Kingdom is open until 10 p.m. but Happily Ever After was at 9 p.m. So a lot of people will have left the park before we get to 10 p.m. Whereas when we were in Epcot, fireworks only started at 9 p.m. And that was also the same time the extended hours started at. So everybody was still in the park until the fireworks ended, say 9:15, 20 past 9. And so it's really a good like 45 minutes into those 2 hours before the park actually starts to really quieten down. Here it is, Tron at night. Oh my gosh, it looks so cool. Now I've heard, right, apparently they're being really strict with the return times with the virtual queue, because apparently a lot of people were getting their virtual queue return window and then purposely holding off because they wanted to come ride it at night. And apparently they've been turning people away that are doing that. So do be careful. Ah! There she is. Do be careful if you have got a return time. You risk losing it if you try and wait until night and come after it's expired. I know with Guardians of the Galaxy they've been really lenient with that, but apparently they're not being lenient at all with Tron, because I think they had a lot of people trying to do that. We have made it into the boarding area now. It has taken us almost half an hour, so the longest we've waited in the virtual queue line, but I think that's to do with like the fireworks haven't finished and stuff. So I'd say a lot of people kind of rushed over here after that. But I'm so excited to ride this again, and so excited to ride it for the first time at night. So it seems they've been pretty generous with the virtual queue passes this evening, because the line is really, really big. So it's now 10 to 11. We have finished up at Tron, and we're going to head over and go on Buzz Lightyear and then Space Mountain. But kind of glad we did Tron when we did, because the line is really backed up right now. So I think getting in line now probably means that's the end of your evening. I think we want to do Buzz Lightyear. We definitely want to go over and do Big Thunder and Haunted Mansion. So we're just trying to think if we've got any other priorities. Maybe a quick ride on Space. I don't know. I guess Space isn't really a quick ride. It does take a while to get in and out. But yeah, I think we're going to go on Buzz first. We didn't get to do that earlier.
Scanner detecting more trouble in Sector 9.
It was not my strongest performance. And we are back to the OG castle before all the 50th decorations were up. Natasha beat us both on Buzz. Someone's been practicing.
Alright.
We're coming into Adventureland. I normally avoid this area a lot during the day because it gets so busy and it's such small walkways, but when it's really quiet in the park, I actually really like walking through. Most of the like little food places are closed, but there are some snack carts open. We've got a screen just here with all of the wait times. Here we go. Pretty much everything is 5 minutes. Haunted Mansion's listed as 13, but as we know, that's the same. It's a walk-on. But Seven Dwarfs Mine Train's actually at 55 last time I checked, and Pirates was at 15. But Big Thunder is also at 5. Oh, Natasha, which way are we going? Are we going out the back of Pirates? Ah! Did you do that on purpose?
No.
Yes, you did. Oh no, the camel just spat at us. That's such a rookie mistake. We're going this way to Big Thunder? I never go this way to Big Thunder. No, I know, but I just never think of walking this way. I guess because, like I was saying, it's normally rammed around here. I tend to go like the other way through Liberty Square. Oh my gosh, right now there's things spitting here as well, isn't it? Stay away. That just got my arm and my leg. Oh!
Hair.
Your whole hair?
Yeah, it's so...
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's not that wet.
It is here.
Oh, there it is.
Oh no.
Oh, it's grand.
I promise you I did not do that.
Lies, Natasha. Sneaky, sneaky Natasha. She was like, oh, I'll just stop here and talk to them and make them stop walking. Right underneath the camel's spit. It seems to be a bit of a theme that I come here with Natasha and I get spat on by camels. Last time I was with her on the Magic Carpets ride, I got spat on about 5 times in a row.
That was the best day.
It was the best day.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's still at 5 minutes. That was so much fun. We each had a row to ourselves and we all had our hands up and it was just so much fun. We were flying around all over the place and we were in the back rows as well. So it was pretty cool.
And make room for everyone. There's no
We have a VIP. This is cool.
Yeah.
Like Blair Witch Project or something.
Terrifying.
Oh, sneaky way. Sneaky way. We are making our way out towards the front of the park. Everything was 5 minutes back in Fantasyland as well, so we managed kind of a few rides before we head out. We didn't do Mine Train, we did that earlier, and we didn't do Space, but we pretty much did everything else we fancied doing. Really enjoyed getting the nighttime ride on Tron. I think that was a bit of a highlight. And yeah, I guess now we're just gonna make our way back to the Polynesian. I really do think these extended evening hours are so worth it. If you are staying in a deluxe resort, don't miss out, particularly the Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom is honestly so good because all the rides are so close together compared to other parks and you can just get so much done. It's definitely my favorite of the two, although I do appreciate in Epcot you can also do the second virtual queue for Guardians, so that's a big benefit. So yeah, I think if you can make both of them, great. And even like we will plan to actually have our on-site days in such a way that we get to use the extended evening hours because they are that good. So yeah, just don't miss out if you are staying on site and you're in one of those deluxe resorts. There is just something so special about the Magic Kingdom at night. I just love it. I love being here, especially when it's a little bit quieter like tonight. It's just so nice. And we've got some bubbles on the way out. Amazing. Yay! Like, yay! Aircon. We are at the TTC, heading back to our room now, so I will leave this vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!